Crypto is back. Well, more specifically, XRP is back, and there are some things going on behind the scenes that you absolutely need to be aware of. Now, this isn't in the public forum, and I think for obvious reasons, but doing a little bit of research and connecting some dots, you get some very interesting partnerships, I think, that are coming for XRP. We're going to break it all down for you in this video. So go ahead, smash up the like button to a brand new all-time high. Don't forget, turn the notification bell to all. That way you're uploaded on our latest content and everything else. This one is a good one. So with that being said, let's get into it. Now, you may have heard the news today that Citigroup is planning to launch a new crypto custody service in 2026. We know that banks, financial markets, ETFs, and everything else, well, they're coming into the crypto market. It's reportedly now being set to offer custody services for its customers to, well, hold its cryptocurrency from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all your favorite altcoins. The firm is also among a coalition of financial companies looking to launch a joint stablecoin. Now, this is pretty interesting, and I'm going to take you through a little bit of research that I did that kind of starts to link XRP with Citigroup. Now, just for reference here, no one is talking about this, and I don't believe anyone's connected the dots, but I think something is coming, and let me tell you why. Now, I've got to cast your mind back to June 22nd, 2022. I know it's a few years ago, but Citi partnered with Metaco to develop institutional digital asset custody capabilities. Okay, what's the link? Well, Ripple in 2024 bought Metaco, the company. Now, ties allegedly were put on hold, shall we say. They were kind of just put on the back burner. But the reality is that Citibank had partnerships with Metaco to develop institutional digital asset custody capabilities. This isn't all. In fact, there was a startup founded by Citi alumni to launch XRP-backed securities. This was basically some of the key elements or the key founders of Citigroup, and the executives of that particular bank started to launch XRP-backed securities, according to people very close to the matter. So what do you have here? You've got Citibank that all of a sudden have come out. Bear in mind, they were some of the most bearish companies out there and now looking to get really deep into the crypto market. We know they now have ties to Metaco, which is now owned by Ripple, and some of the executives originally started to form a group that was going to launch XRP-backed securities. Pretty interesting. When you look at the institutional adoptions on security, derivatives, ETFs, and much, much more, it's all starting to play out very much obvious. And this, you could argue, is something I've been talking about for a while. It is only going to take a few tweets, a few announcements, a few, well, statements from companies, banks, and everything else to really start to people to understand what's going on with XRP. And I think this is going to be the first one. Now, we also know that there is a significant supply breakdown when it comes to XRP. For example, SBI Holdings having a massive proportion of it. And in fact, 10 million are burned. XRP in circulation is around 59.24 billion. The reality is, though, that current Ripple's holdings that are not circulating is around 19.7, which I think is important to reference. This gives them flexibility, and based on information available from the XRP ledger, 40% of the total supply of XRP is within the escrow. So depending on what they do with that, there actually isn't a lot to come. Then you add on the fact that 11.5 billion is alleged or is going to those treasury companies, but that's not all. We actually only have two, which is about 10.5 billion that have actually been executed. The rest haven't bought yet. This is going to be coming over the next months, next few years, and certainly we're going to start to see this expand significantly. XRP being the third biggest treasury companies holders right now. Once we start getting banks involved, this is going to skyrocket. And when you look at some of the people that are actually holding XRP or that are looking to get involved in these treasury trackers, it starts to get pretty interesting when it walks through. And then you kind of look a little bit deeper and you understand what's coming with XRPL, something I've been talking about now for 18 months. They've just now offered $200,000 to those who find bugs in the coming XRP ledger. Now, you may ask yourself, why is this important? Well, recently it was actually surveyed to be one of the worst blockchains out there for bugs and issues when it comes to a chain. XRPL, the ledger lending protocol, wasn't quite up to scratch. $200,000 for those people to find it. Now you may be thinking, that's a pretty interesting one. And they have linked with Immunify. Now Immunify have also done things with Cardano, VeChain, Virtuals, as well as Injective, banks, and many of the top cryptocurrency exchanges and cryptocurrency projects. So this isn't just a small flash in the pan. This is serious connections of the dots. You've got a bank, Citibank, looking to launch crypto custody with ties and links back to Ripple. And Ripple all of a sudden now have announced a $200,000 reward for anyone that finds bugs within their XRPL, supporting a financial market to make sure that transactions and everything else all starts to pull together. Pretty interesting when you start to look at what's going on. That's before you get into the whole AMM and everything else that's going on. So Ripple or XRP, in my opinion, has got some massive catalysts, and it's all starting to play out in front of our eyes. ETFs will coming. I think they'll be here within the next 2 weeks. We could even then start to see Citibank or many other banks, Bank of America would be another one that I would pick, start to, well, position themselves to grab hold of XRP when they can. And then there's a big debate about escrow, but that is for another video. So let me know what you think of all of that in the comments down below. Do you think there is a bigger link here that people don't see? Or do you think, well, I'm just onto a red herring? As always, drop your comments down below. And don't forget, hit the like and subscribe button. Do check out some of the links in the description if you want to become a channel member or trade on your favorite exchanges or grab some trade signals as well. All those links in the description. Helps the channel out. Go and check them out. Right, until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.